streets, it's BowlzNBeatz. What's good, everybody? And welcome back to a new episode and a new year. It's your host, X, and thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, I know I took a minute to make a new episode, but your girl was doing work on herself offline so that I can show up this year online my best self. And speaking of best self, I have an amazing CEO and entrepreneur here to talk about being your best self for the new year. Let's welcome Michelle. So thank you for coming on to the podcast, Michelle. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much for reaching out. I am so happy to be here.
I'm grateful that you're here. Not only are you a female entrepreneur, but she's also in the cannabis industry. So, you know, us girls got to stick together.
Yes, we do.
This was long overdue.
I don't know if any of you have met her in person, but awesome energy. I am overfilled with joy. So I can't wait to get into it.
I love that. Thank you.
It's gorgeous. Okay.
Stop this. You too. You
Thank
too.
you.
That's what cannabis does to you, okay?
Makes you gorgeous from the inside, which makes you gorgeous on the outside.
Yes. And as I was just saying, we're entering a new year. So 2026, the year of the horse. Are you ready?
Bring it on, baby. Saddle up. Let's ride.
Yes. And I feel like
Let's
a
go.
lot of people had a very big transformation in 2025, or like they really went through it. At least everyone I spoke to, like it was the year of the snake. So there was a lot of snakes, a lot of shedding to be done. So I just want to give people advice on how to move forward into 2026.
Let's go.
And honestly, my first tip would be to change your inner circle. Like, stop hanging around people who make you feel low vibrational, who make you feel drained, who you know your gut tells you this person is not my friend.
Wise beyond her years, because I did that at 40. I was just like, if I am just giving you my energy and you're taking it and not giving me anything back in return, they're not in my life anymore.
Yeah.
And it was a massive, not easy transformation, but changing your inner circle. I love that.
Yes. I feel like, you know, people say who your friends are is who you are. And that is 100% true. 100% true, because when I was surrounding myself with people who didn't like themselves, didn't want to reach their full potential, were very jealous and envious people, I noticed I kind of became that person too. Like, I would suddenly look at other people like, is this person giving me evil eye? Like, I was so skeptical. I'm like, is everybody fake? But it's like, no, you're just hanging around with people who are instilling their own views onto you.
You instinctively felt what they were.
Yes.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Me changing my inner circle like has made me realize how important it is, because literally just chilling with my girls now, I'm like, I come home feeling amazing.
I needed
Recharged.
that. Oh, it's
Recharged. Whereas before I felt drained.
and who has time for more than like 3 or 4 friends
Girl,
anyways?
tell me about it.
I don't have time. Nobody has
Yes.
time for like people who don't serve you.
Yes.
And aren't gonna help you grow.
Yes. And the thing is, when you hang around confident people, again, it instills their views onto you. So suddenly you're like, oh, I feel confident. Like, hanging around you right now, you just giving me my flowers. I was like, oh my God, like, you're amazing. Like, a lot of people look at other people who are successful or have something they don't have, and they take that as a negative thing instead of being inspired.
No.
You know?
You can't do that. You can't do that for so many reasons, but the most important thing to remember is karma and your intention.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So whether you have religious beliefs or not, the universe and karma knows what you're up to.
Karma is real.
Oh, man.
It's real. I've experienced it.
Good or bad.
Yes, it is. I've experienced both.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've experienced both, and it taught me my lesson. Like, karma will teach you once and for all.
I teach my kids, no matter what, you can lie to me. Mommy, I will believe your lie. But the universe knows what's up.
Yes.
And it's going to get back to you.
Yes.
Good and bad.
A lot of parents, you know, coddle bad behavior, and that's not
No.
helping. Especially, you know, you're raising a son. Like, girl, yes, raise him to be a good man. We need more.
He's the best.
I love that.
Oh, we already meditate together. We work
That's
out together.
amazing.
My daughter as well, but she's way more mature than I am, and she's 12. But we do a lot of, you know, there's no doom scrolling for like, I can't.
I love that.
I used to just hear like stupid shit coming out of his phone, and
I
I'd be
know.
like, dude, do I have to monitor you? Or
Yes.
should we talk about
Yes.
what you're doing?
Yes.
You're shrinking your brain. You are literally shrinking your brain. When you're mummy's age, your brain's going to be the size of a pea.
Yeah, it's
What
true.
are you learning?
And even your mental health as well. Like the fact that you're teaching them to meditate, don't doom scroll. Like that's very important, especially to children. They don't understand the impact at their age, right? And they were born into this, remember. They didn't even experience like life without technology. So like to them, they don't even understand. They can't even begin to comprehend it.
No.
I'm like, thank God I got some years in there without internet because those days, oh man, were very different than these.
If there was like smartphones when I was a teenager, I'm not proud of my choices now. I mean, they did
100%.
mold me, but I can't even imagine
I agree.
getting videotaped, everything you do, and what people can do. Like I even just removed all my kids' pictures off of my personal Instagram because I just, of course, saw this video and read an article, and I was like, you know what? It's not my place to put them.
Yes.
Like, even though I'm private.
Yes.
People are fucked, man. And people
100%.
do really crazy shit. We are going off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
No, but I agree. That's very important. That actually kind of leads back to what we're talking about. Even social media, cleanse your algorithm, cleanse who you're interacting with. That's, again, changing your circle. We're on social media every single day. So that is a very important part of our daily routine.
Right.
And a lot of people feel drained from social media. I'm noticing this has actually become like a big thing where a lot of people don't want to post anymore. They're like, I feel so drained posting. It's almost like superficial. I'm getting people watch me and not like it. Like you get those like haters, and it's like filter that shit out, man. Unfollow those people. Who's telling you to follow your haters? Unfollow them. Change your algorithm. Like make it inspiring, and suddenly you won't hate social media as much.
Look at dance videos. Look at hockey videos. Look at healing videos.
Motivational podcasts. Yeah. And you'll really notice the change. You're like, suddenly social media doesn't suck. I sucked. No. Like my view of what it should be sucked.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, it's tiring posting on social media, but I do love it. I do feel like energized because my feed is all just positive stuff. And I don't follow people who, again, you have that gut feeling, you're a hater. You know when someone's not your friend. You're posting something that you're proud of, they're not liking it, they're not your friend.
Right.
Like, that is very weird behavior. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Very weird. People overlooking, like, people they're supposed to be friends with is very strange. And if your friends are overlooking you, probably not your friends. Yeah.
No.
100%.
Goes back to the shedding of your inner circle. Like
100%.
You cannot. If you don't look, here's a good quote. When I leave the room, the only people that are in my inner circle I know would have my back with me not being there. Period. The end.
Yes.
And let's be real. Being a woman, being an entrepreneur, being in the cannabis space, I got my haters. I have haters.
Yeah.
People try and shut my Instagram down.
Oh, God,
almost every day. It's insane. And I don't let it get to me. When I was 28, I would have stayed up all night. Why don't they like me? You know what? I've learned it doesn't matter who likes you. If you like you, that's all that matters.
Exactly. You know you're a good person. You're doing what you love. You know yourself. Anybody who doesn't like you, they probably just don't like themselves.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Listen, I'm also not everyone's cup of tea. I've got a lot of energy. I'm loud. I am unfiltered. There are some people who I can see in their eyes. They're like, wow.
They're like, you're too much, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Too much. So go find other people who are also too much.
Or, yes, I should find people who are too much. Or the person who doesn't like my too muchness. That's not a word, but whatever. Can go and find people that vibrate on their level.
100%.
See ya.
I agree. And again, that goes back to your inner circle. Like, there's nothing wrong with aligning yourself with people who align with you. I felt like I was surrounded by people who I constantly felt like I was too much. And I had to play small to make them comfortable.
Oh, no.
And now I'm just like, I found a whole new tribe that's like, we love how extra you are. We love how loud you are. We love how you stand up for yourself and say what's on your mind. I'm like, oh, so there was nothing wrong with me.
Nothing. She's not too extra, by the way, at all. Okay.
Girl, my name's Excelsia. You think I'm not going to be extra? Come on.
Extra in a good way, though.
Yes.
Like, you are not overwhelmingly, like, in your face.
Right.
You are just a confident woman who knows what's up. And you know what? That's not extra.
This is bittersweet, but as a confident woman, you need to let go of people who aren't confident because unfortunately, they will start to hate you.
Oh,
Especially,
Goodness.
you know, as a woman, pretty, nice, like they're just going to hate you if they're not confident with themselves.
Right.
Like a real friend doesn't want what you have. They don't want to be you.
No.
They're happy for what you have and they're happy for what they have and what they want.
They want to celebrate you.
Yes, there's no comparison.
Right. And you
Absolutely.
celebrate them.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we
Thank
just
you.
became best friends.
I know. We literally met today as we're doing this podcast.
Almost wore the same outfit. I can't.
I know. Oh my God. But hey, goes literally into what we're talking about, aligning with people who align with you. And we clearly clicked, we aligned. We're
Matching
on the same page.
tattoos are coming. It's
In terms of goals, who we want to be, we're on the same page, and it's okay for people not to be on your page. No. Somebody might be out there branding for a liquor company. I don't drink. Does that mean I'm going to hate on them? No. You do your thing, boo.
Yeah, cool.
100%.
I sent you that voice note this morning being like, there was an owl, like during the day, a white-faced, enormous, it must have been 1.5 meters high. It was enormous owl that landed on a tree in my backyard yesterday. I was looking at it.
He was looking at you.
I'm like, guys, get out here. Even with my screaming, it just stayed there. And so obviously I had to talk to ChatGPT about it and be like, what
does this mean?
What is happening? And it was like, well, it depends. How did you feel when you saw it? I was like curious, excited. And the main thing that I got from it is I'm listening to myself more. And it's showing me that me following my intuition, my inner intuition and my inner wisdom is working. That's what I'm like. Some people are like, oh, owls mean death. I'm like, mine means keep it up, Michelle. You're doing a great job. How rare during the day.
Yeah,
like,
that is very rare.
And I didn't even have my phone to take
That's
a photo,
amazing.
which I'm kind of happy about because I had a friend over and he like ran to take a photo of it. And just by looking down and broadening, it flew away.
Exactly.
So he was
You missed
like,
the moment.
I just learned a lesson. Fuck my phone.
Live in the
Look
moment.
with your eyes.
Yes, 100%. And
Part
you know
of my
what?
language.
That could have been symbolism. Like, again, you're trusting your instincts. You're trusting your gut. You're on the right path.
Right.
Which I feel like is so important to go back to like 2026 resolutions. Listen to yourself and don't be scared of reaching your full potential. That is my biggest New Year's resolution. To not be scared of my full potential because I know I can achieve so much more. I know I have a lot of potential, but there's just fear that goes along with that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? People judging you or leaving people behind, elevating, changing your environment. That is very scary, but my New Year's resolution is to not be scared of my full potential.
Watch her grow. You are going to explode. That is so inspiring. Like mine is to eat 1 gram of raw ginger every morning.
Oh, that's a good one too. I should do that's a good one.
But now I'm like, okay, what else? I mean, I guess if I'm going to do like a spiritual, I haven't really thought about it, but I would definitely this year I am going to ignore the haters and ignore the noise and not let anybody get in my way.
And that's how you achieve your full potential,
Yeah.
right? Because again, I was around people who I had to play small for, who made me feel like I was too much. My dreams were too big. I was too extra.
Ugh.
And now I'm just like, you know what? Fuck those people. Straight up. No censor. Fuck those people.
Yeah.
I'm going to achieve my fullest potential, and whoever truly loves me for me and wants to see me do well will be there.
Oh my, I can't wait to watch your journey. Honest to
You
God.
too. What do you mean?
Ugh.
We're in this together. It's the
Yeah.
year of the horse. I hope everybody thrives. That's what this year symbolizes, right? Moving forward, tapping into your inner stallion.
Oh,
I feel like a lot of people can relate to me when I say like stop fearing your fullest potential, because
Yo.
that doesn't just go with like career. I feel like when people think full potential, they're like top status. Like no, that goes like taking care of your health, taking care of your mental health, you know, dropping your bad habits, knowing yourself, like really take the time to know who you are. I feel like when you know who you are, then you can truly love yourself. When people are like, how are you so confident? I'm like, because I had no choice to figure out who I was on my own. And it sucked, but now I'm like, no one can tell me shit.
no.
I'm self-made, okay?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
You are, this is the beginning for you.
Thank you.
I know things.
And I'm
a
still
little
pretty
bit of a
young.
witch.
I feel like society, especially for women nowadays, it's like you're not doing enough. You haven't had kids yet. You're not married yet. And it's like, we have so much time. We live in a society where there's no specific timeline anymore.
No.
It's just figuring it out. That's what life is. Like, you figure it out.
I mean, if you want kids, that's the only real there are
Right.
ways, freeze your eggs. And if you want biological kids, I
Right.
feel like that's a lot of the pressure that young women face.
Yeah.
And choosing maybe not the best partner for them. Like I saw that a lot.
Right.
And I'm like not being a hypocrite. Like I chose the best human on earth to have babies with.
I love that.
The best human on earth.
I love that because you know what? A lot of people now in an age where divorce is obviously possible and very high. I hate to see parents get divorced and then just trash each other.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is so toxic. I lived through it and like it's not cute. So like just hearing you talk positive about someone you're no longer with, girl, you are healing a whole generation right there.
I met his wife on a plane and set them up. That he's currently married to, and they have my kid's half brother. Our vibration together, living in the same household, was so not aligned. We were toxic for a love relationship, but we're still best friends.
Yeah.
And we held hands in mediation while we were talking about like the separation of everything,
Right.
everything, and the kid's schedule, and it's so fluid. Because it just works. And my kids, it's so important for the kids as well, right? Because my I'll never forget it. 2 years ago, my daughter came back home and said, Mom, there's people in my class where their parents are divorced and the parents don't even talk.
Mm-hmm.
Are you and Daddy divorced? And I was like, oh yeah, honey. Like we've been divorced for, at that point, it was 7 years. But she's like, but you're not though, because you talk all the time. And they were so confused about it. But it just, I called Jode right away. That's his name, Jody. And I was just like, we did it, bro. Like we did this.
Yes.
And we're so aligned with parenting. And now that he has his own life with his love, we get along so amazing. So it's good.
That's amazing. I really want to give you your flowers for that.
Thank
that
you.
is literally healing a whole generation.
Love
We come
over
from
everything.
A generation where a lot of people were not healed. A lot of parents were not healed, and they pass that on to their kids without even kind of knowing. So it's really amazing that we have like the privilege to learn about healing and learn how it affects children. Because personally, my parents, like, they weren't even aware of like how much you're really traumatizing your kid. To them, it's normal.
Yeah.
Especially in the older generation where they're just doing everything terrible and no one's addressing nothing and you're kind of just living with it. It's so important to do the inner work so that you don't pass that on to your kids. So like that is amazing that you're doing that. And honestly, whenever people are trying to shame me like, oh, you're 28, you're pushing 30, why aren't you married with kids? I'm like, I'm already an amazing mother because I am choosing to wait till I am fully healed and I'm capable of being like the best mom I can be.
Oh my God.
And I learned that from other people's mistakes, of course. Like, I'm very much an observer, which, you know what, I would suggest to people a lot. Like, observe the people around you, especially older people. They carry so much wisdom, so much experience. And a lot of kids kind of just, like, what do you know? You don't know. It's like, they do.
I have a problem with talking a lot. It's always been a problem. One of my mentors always said to me, you were given 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth. So observe, listen.
Yes.
And talk less.
That's true.
And learn.
I love that.
I know. It's a good one. I don't follow it. I try so hard when I'm like, okay, stop, Michelle. Let them finish. Like I have to really work to not interrupt. Because when my brain gets the idea, I'm just like, it needs to come out now. I'm going to lose it. But yeah, watch and listen more than you speak.
I love that's actually a great quote. I love that. And I wish my younger self had heard that because I could have not controlled my mouth.
But you're here now, right?
Yeah, 100%.
We're here now.
100%. And I actually want to just touch base a little bit, if you're comfortable with it, like talking about being a single mom and how you've just overcome that. Because again, in a society where divorce rates are so high, single moms are being normalized. Like I know there's a lot of mothers out there who need advice and wonder like, how do you look amazing, you present yourself so well, you have so much confidence, you trust yourself, and that's very important as a mother.
Never felt better in my life in my
I
40s.
love that. Did you hear that?
Never felt better in my life or
Period.
Looked better.
Yes.
But it starts from the inside.
Yes.
I did the work. I mean, I waited. You are so much ahead of the game by being so mature at such a young age. I am an F45 addict. And I mean addict, like in a good way. I can't even believe I'm this person. I mean, I'm over it now because it's been for a few years, but I am a 6 a.m. at the gym. I get that dopamine hit right in the morning. Body is thanking me for it, and I'm strong.
Yeah.
And, you know, like the hot flashes are starting, but they feel like they're manageable, and I don't need the hormones. And this is a whole other I just went on the menopause tangent. Yeah. How unsexy is that?
No, I love
Wow.
that. Because again, in a society where it's like if you're over 25, you're old is ridiculous.
Never felt
Especially
better.
girl, I'm telling you, it is wild out here. Like women getting Botox and fillers at 22. I'm just like,
Wow.
girl.
I didn't start till I was 35.
I'm a big advocate on weight. Yeah. Weight.
35.
Wait, let yourself age. Allow yourself some grace. Allow yourself to fit into your features. Girl, at 21, I did not look like this at all. Like I was still like very much baby fat, very inflamed, party lifestyle, like whole 360. And I'm like, thank God I didn't cave into the insecurities and what society's telling you to do, because I would have never known that I actually aged gracefully.
Oh.
I gave myself the chance, and a lot of women aren't giving themselves the chance to grow, age.
The best part for me is loving myself now. So, I mean, I don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah.
And I lived in the small stuff.
Exactly.
Like-
and I always tell people the minute you love yourself, I swear to God, you start to glow.
Immediately.
You glow up. I am not joking.
Immediately.
That's the secret ingredient.
And as a mother of a daughter who's a very much involved in the dance competition world.
Ooh.
So this is going to be an interesting journey. I mean, with also body image.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the kid has a 12-pack. It's crazy.
What?
But all she does is dance.
Damn.
But I see sometimes she'll throw out like I shouldn't eat that bread. And I'm like, excuse you? It's, first of all, it's seeded sourdough, homemade.
Not sourdough.
So you got to eat it. And it's not bad for you. And there's no preservatives. Like, it's literally homemade bread.
Yes.
Where did that come from? And then I was like, oh, it's probably from me. So being a single mom and knowing that when I'm with them, all eyes are on me. All eyes on me. They're always on me. Being mindful of what comes out of my mouth, which I couldn't do my whole life,
Right.
is very important with my kids because they are little sponges.
Right.
You know, like sometimes I'll like look at my outfit and I'll like suck in and look at my belly and then see my daughter's eyes on me and then see her do the same thing, even though she's a twig. So that's something like body image, self-love. Those are all things that, you know, to have a healthy relationship with food, a healthy relationship with emotions. Everybody has free reign in my household, and that's how I focus on raising these two incredible humans. And my son's the captain of his hockey team. My daughter is an incredible competitive dancer who is a natural leader, and you know, I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of, and their dad and stepmom are also very much aligned with our ways of parenting. So I say I'm a single mom, but I am definitely not in this alone.
Oh, and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be like, oh, people really overlook motherhood, and it really does take a village.
Oh my God.
And the older I get, the more I have, you know, like grace for my mom as well. Like you said about your mom, like you weren't the perfect mother, but you got dealt a crazy card and you did great with what you were dealt with and the generation you came from. Like, again, there's only so
best
much
she could. I wouldn't say great. Just kidding. No, see, I still have some more drama.
But again, this goes back to, at the end of the day, as you get older, you make that decision, like, I need to heal me.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has trauma. No one's perfect. No parent is perfect. I won't be a perfect parent. And sometimes we forget, like, it's our parents' first time living too.
Oh yeah.
They're still human. Like, besides the parent, like, don't think of them as a parent. They're a human being trying to figure it out. And now they have kids to worry about as well, you know, like it's a lot. Obviously you understand that.
My best friend, one of my sisters, Naomi, who's in like the Pilates space, and she was a competitive dancer her whole life and now is a teacher of like all things healing, said this advice to me right when, you know, she saw me at the park with my kids and I was all crazy because they were like climbing something you shouldn't climb. She's like, Michelle. And I'm like, I should have been on top of that. And I was giving myself self-hate. And she was like, you are an imperfect human raising imperfect humans. And that advice stuck with me and is still something I think about when I'm like, oh, that was a really bad choice. I love my kids.
But honestly, it's great that you're raising a son in a healthy way as well, because I feel like a lot of men, like we've been talking about women a lot, but like let's talk about the men now. They're struggling in terms of evolving to keep up with how women are evolving. I feel like women are evolving at a much quicker rate, and that's where like the imbalance is happening right now, or the quote unquote loneliness epidemic, whatever the fuck you want to call it, where no man can get a girl. I think it's because women are evolving and men aren't evolving as fast. So the fact that you're instilling that into your son is so important.
I feel like the switch isn't that women, and like this is just my opinion, and this is a great topic. I love this topic. I feel like the switch is in men, because men are becoming more aware and given the permission from society to heal.
Yeah.
And we're just over the men who gaslight and are angry, and the emotional intelligence aren't there.
Yeah.
I feel like we've just moved on because of our evolution of growth.
It goes back to that thing where it's like, I'm not going to play small to make you comfortable. If you're uncomfortable with evolving, if you're uncomfortable with tapping into your emotions, like that is really a you problem at the end of the day. And that's what a lot of men are struggling with. And that's why women are like, bye. Because it's like, we don't need you for money anymore. We don't need you for a job. So it's like, if you can't keep up with my emotional growth, bye. Yeah. And a lot of guys are too, again, afraid to tap into your fullest potential, because if you dig in deep inside, you do that work, you do that trauma, it's going to change you.
And it's
maybe they're
attractive
scared to change. It is
to other
women.
To women,
100%.
It's nobody likes an asshole anymore.
Yeah, and we're not saying cry about every little thing.
No.
Like nobody likes a crybaby, not even for women.
No.
But don't be afraid to grow emotionally.
Talk. Start the fight with the words, "I'm frustrated by X, Y, and Z."
Right.
Not you did this, so in turn it made me do this. Like that's passe, bro.
Yes.
That's not happening anymore.
And something I've noticed a lot is when women get out of relationships, the first thing we do is heal. We're on our healing journey, whereas men, they're more likely to be destructive. How can I destroy myself? How can I destroy my life and make myself feel even shittier?
I'm going to find another woman or man to stomp all over instead of healing.
And take like 20 shots tonight, demon time. And women are on their healing time.
Right. So again, I just feel like this loneliness epidemic is the start of the men who were taught, listen, you're raised and how society used to be, men are born, you gotta work with your hands, work to be a provider, hide your emotions. And we've been like, no, dude, we get holding emotions in.
Yes.
You can't vibrate at your top level.
And if you're holding it in, you're going to be destructive in other ways. That's the thing.
End.
Yeah. Guys try to act like, well, I don't want to talk about it. Well, you're definitely doing something to release that negative energy in some way.
Gaslighting, blaming your partner,
like,
drugs,
whatever it is. Yeah.
Like violence, gambling.
Right. So like you said, I hope it is the start of like this evolution where like men are growing into better human beings.
Yeah.
Because that's really what we need.
And it's
not like I hate men. No woman is like, I hate men. It's like, no, we just want you to be better people, better human beings.
Over emotional blockness. We don't need that.
Yes.
And if you look at all the I shouldn't say all, but if you look at a lot of, I know for me in my life, the successful men, my older brother, okay, he bought a cold plunge. So he's doing cold plunge every single, like we were in Florida together just last week and he was like, I miss my cold plunge.
That's amazing.
So he's doing cold plunge. He's internally healing. He's working, and he took a leap of faith, and now he's the CEO of a company. And
yes,
there are men who don't feel that loneliness because they've got on the train of being good on the inside will allow me to be the best version of myself on the outside.
And you know what? That's not even gender specific.
No.
Working on yourself to become the best version of yourself, of course your life is going to flourish. Your relationships are going to flourish because you become the best version of you. And even if it doesn't work out, the relationship, you're not as hurt because you're like, I've already became my best self. I know what to do when I'm lonely, which is work on myself.
Yes.
Like, I feel like that's the key to everybody. If you're ever feeling lonely or you're feeling like this person's not doing enough in terms of like friendships, relationships. Think, what can I do to work on myself right now? Like, what can I do for me, or how can I give myself that love that I'm expecting from others right now?
Here's some 2 fun things that you could do. Number 1, read The Alchemist again, because everybody's read The Alchemist, and it's always, and watch The Last Dance, the MJ doc, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, just watch motivational things.
Yes.
Right?
I think the key here is just to be around people who are inspiring, things that are inspiring, and you'll become inspired.
And smoke a joint.
Yes.
If I could handle the hangovers, I love drinking. I was lucky enough never to have like an excessive drinking. I never turned to it because I needed it. But I was the type, like, give me all the shots.
Like a good time.
And then I'll see you in 3 days.
Right.
And as an entrepreneur and a mom
Mm-hmm.
and a friend and a person in society, you can't take 3 days anymore to be hungover.
Yes.
So I like a glass of wine here or there, but cannabis is the way to go. There's no hangover.
Mm-hmm.
You feel normal right after.
Yes.
You feel normal while you're doing it too.
I actually want to get into that because I don't think people understand how much cannabis and sounds can really heal you.
Oh my
Girl, we touched on this briefly before we started filming, but a lot of people don't know, like, I have really bad anxiety, like to the point where I get so nauseous. Like, oh girl, me throughout the ages of like 22 to 25, that should have been my party years, but no, those were my healing years because I was just so anxious to the point where I would get nauseous. I'm throwing up. Like, I know why I went through like some shit, but trying to work through that, cannabis helped me so much. I stopped drinking. I'm 4 years sober, which people also don't know about me. I don't really advertise it too much. I haven't drank in 4 years, and like my anxiety, I've been able to manage it. Whereas before it was like uncontrollable.
It's like the number one thing that alcohol does for anxious people.
Mm-hmm.
It elevates it.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Alcohol's actual poison. I'm not hating on alcohol. Again, I will have a glass of wine here or there. I'm not hating on alcohol, but it's actual poison.
Yep.
That's why you could die from alcohol poisoning. You can never die from cannabis poisoning.
100%.
A plant is medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It has helped me living with crazy ADHD, undiagnosed until I was 40, but cannabis was always grounding for me.
Yes.
It made me
very
calm.
grounding.
It took away my anxiety. I didn't know.
Yes.
Oh, everyone always just thought I was different and disruptive and behavioral issues, and I went through all the testings and all the boards, and I was telling Excelsia, I fucking love your name.
Thanks.
It's so cool. Anyways, I was telling Excelsia earlier, there was like a table and chair outside of the classroom for many years growing up because they just couldn't deal with my behavioral issues. When I was like, I didn't do anything wrong, I was just interrupting. So when I found cannabis, it's like the noise of the hyperactive, I need to focus on the dopamine hit and da-da-da, was just like, oh, hey, what's up? And I would remember conversations that I'd have with people if I smoked a joint and we had a cool sesh. Like, it's so cool. What medicine is in this beautiful plant is the reason why I have given my entire life to own a brand and to be in this space where all the odds are against me. But I believe so much, and I'm so passionate in giving other people what it gives to me that I'm not going to stop.
And you can
ever.
always tell when someone has a story with cannabis by the way you're so passionate about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're both clearly like that.
Yeah,
we're
we're
like
like,
totally for weed. And I feel like people who are like that, there's a reason. Like, we've healed through it. And it's important that we have these conversations because it's a new industry. People are still getting used to it and they don't understand like the benefits of it.
It's so true. I mean, for the first like 4 years in this space, I had that stigma too. And I would, take my kids to school and think all these parents are looking at me because I'm a drug dealer or, I'm like bad. And now I proudly rock my merch everywhere I go. And I'm like, y'all do it too.
Yes. And you know what's funny?
Get over the
people
stigma.
who judge like eventually turn over.
Yeah.
And they realize, oh wait, this is great. And you're like,
yeah.
What did I say?
Lucky I'm not an asshole. And I'm like, come back.
Yes,
come back
100%.
to not prejudging me because I work in the cannabis space.
Right.
Come back. You can come back.
And don't get me wrong, cannabis is not for everybody. But again, that's the same thing with any medication.
Yeah.
I personally, like, I don't do well with Benadryl cough syrup. It hurts my liver so much.
It makes me psychotic.
It makes me sick. But like other people can. They're like drinking that shit like whenever they have a cold and they're fine. I cannot handle it. I'm not going to take an Advil if I don't have a headache. Like if I don't need it, right? So if you don't need it, that's fine.
I can't even take antibiotics.
Yeah.
What it does to my body, I can't even take antibiotics.
Exactly. There's no stigma over the counters, and it's like you guys don't even know what's in there.
But cannabis is for everyone. I say that because the wellness aspect of this plant needs so much more
credit,
media attention, and credit, and people just need to educate themselves.
Yes. Like, and it's very frustrating. Like, obviously we're like the first people to kind of build this industry and be the ones to talk about it. It's very frustrating when you share your story and people still like overlook it. Like, you're just a stoner. No, you're just addicted. I'm like, bruh. Like, boy,
you're addicted to healing yourself.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's what we should say. Thank you.
And again, it goes back to why are you using it?
Yeah.
Like, I started using cannabis like daily when I was trying to heal myself from feeling anxious, turning over, quitting alcohol. It helped me a lot. Like, I don't think people understand like how much it really grounds you. And I feel like the people who can't sit with themselves and their own thoughts and reflect are the ones that don't do well with cannabis.
Correct.
They're the ones that get the anxiety or they're overthinking. It's because you haven't done that self-reflection that you're avoiding, because weed really makes you see yourself.
Oh, and like the only psychoactive component is THC.
Right.
So if you are like, oh, I'm so foggy during the day, but I can't smoke weed because then I can't get my work done. So just have CBD or
literally.
You Feel You. Can I plug a brand?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Can I do that? You Feel You is they have these emulsified tablets. I can't remember what they are called, but they're in a green bottle. Oh, I should know this because I take it every day. And it's no THC. It's filled with CBG, CBD, I believe some CBC, and it helps to focus. And with someone with ADHD, like this pill got me off of my meds that I would take every day for my ADHD. You Feel You. Oh, what are they called? I'm going to find out.
Shout out You Feel You.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, Samir.
But that's a great point. People think cannabis and just thinking, oh, you're getting so high, party. It's like, it's not about that. It's about healing yourself. You can't handle THC. There's less THC. We're living in a society where you literally can choose exactly what you want.
Ugh, I just wish the sales of low THC, high CBD justified someone so small like me. Like, I want to create a SKU called Miss Jackson.
Ooh,
I know.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
I know, and have it, and I don't want to be like, oh, I'm only like targeting women with the Miss Jackson. That's not why. It's just something that I like to do sometimes during the day if I'm anxious, if I have a big something coming up. I like high CBD, high CBG, and I could take a little bit of THC to just take the edge off.
Right.
In order for me to focus.
Right.
So I'm thinking of calling it Miss Jackson, but doing the analysis of the sales of that kind of SKU, we're just not there yet, which sucks. I want to make it for myself.
I get that. The industry is really tough. I don't think people understand who aren't in the industry. They look at us and they probably think, oh, you just like the free weed. You're just in it for the weed. It's like, you guys have no idea how hard this is. Trust me, at this point, we would not be in this for the weed.
No one is in this for
like
the weed.
The loopholes, the obstacle courses we have to come across are just ridiculous. The laws are not the same, which, I mean, I've talked about many times on my podcast. It's perfectly legal like alcohol, yet we can't advertise like alcohol. I see literally everywhere I look, gambling advertisements. Everywhere I look, I see alcohol advertisements. Everywhere I look, I see OnlyFans advertisements. But we cannot advertise weed.
They're all
like,
age-gated.
Legally cannot.
Like gambling, what do you have to be? 18 or 19?
I think 18.
Okay.
Maybe 19. I don't know. Still too young. Yeah. Regardless.
Like, my kids know what betting is.
Again, why is that overlooked though? Do you know how bad gambling addictions are?
Oh, yeah.
And yet everyone's acting like weed is where they draw the line.
It's new. It's baby.
Yeah.
Look at Prohibition. How many years did it take in some states, countries, for women to just even be allowed in bars?
I know.
Like, ridiculous.
Insane. And the fact that we can't advertise cannabis, we can't give that educational side that like we're having right now, this conversation where people are like, oh, it's not that bad. And I didn't know this side about cannabis. How can we teach people if we can't advertise?
You know, I sat at an event that we were just talking about when I walked in here, Elevate. I was talking to an awesome woman from the AGCO. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah. AGCO.
And her focus is education
Right.
to consumers, which the two of us, we sat there and I was picking her brain, and that focus is there. And people know how important it is. It's just the execution of it because of the restrictions.
Yep. There's so much I want to do with my content and my platform, and I can't because of the restrictions.
Because it's government owned.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that.
Either I'm censored or I have to find like a creative, weird way to say certain terms, which again goes against education.
Yeah.
Why am I saying gardening instead of cannabis usage or consuming cannabis? Like,
Meta is American. And it's not federally legal. And until that happens, like alcohol is, we're going to have issues.
Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But hey, that's why we're here. We're the ones starting this movement. It's going to feel good in 20, 30, 40 years when everything is normalized and we're like, you guys don't know what it took to get there.
We were a part of that.
We are the pioneers.
As we have our Nobel Prizes, okay? Matching Nobel Prizes.
And we are testimonies of that. Yeah. We're not just talking out of our ass. Like, you have your own story, I have my own story. We literally have lived it. That's why we're sharing our experiences. And I want to touch more about your ADHD. Like, you said you only got diagnosed at 40. So that must have been a wild ride for you.
It's I don't like victim mentality. I worked way too hard to feel sorry for myself. So that's not what this is about, but it was rough. You know, it's funny. I just did a lot of healing with my mother and I. We are in the best place we've ever been.
Oh, I love that.
In my life. I blamed her for not pushing me to take dance or not pushing me, and her response is always like, you always thought you were smarter than the teachers. You were impossible. You didn't like anything. You would try it. And now that I understand, I don't want to call it the disease, but I understand what my obstacle was.
Right.
I was looking for that dopamine hit everywhere I went. I went through the phase of, partying way too young in my life. I got hired at a bar with a fake ID.
No.
When I was 15 years old.
That's wild.
Was in that industry from 15 to 19. Oh,
wow.
I had to take a moment. My jaw just got tight. I'm like, oh my God, that was crazy.
But at that age, you didn't know any better. You probably saw the money, the tips, and you're like, this is amazing.
It was the only thing that was, I loved bartending.
Yes, bartending is very overstimulating as well. So you were probably like,
new people, new stories. Yes. I loved serving. I worked at Montana's. I had the hat and the tool belt. I wrote my name upside down. I'd have my regulars. I worked at Il Fornello. At the government nightclub.
Oh my God, shout out government.
Oh, wow. Do you know what government
I did. I did. I went on the last year it shut down. So I got to experience the last year.
So you were at Charlie's and Sky Bar.
Yeah.
Shout. I'm sweating. The memories are just wow. Yeah, so there's the tangent. Anyways, with the ADHD, it was a struggle because I was different from everyone who lived in my house. And so yeah, it was hard because I always felt like I was alone on an island. Always. And my best friends became my siblings, and my best friends' parents became closer to me than my own parents because I didn't act out in their homes. I was who I am, but I was monitoring what I know now, the ADHD, and being bored at home and feeling less than and all of that. I just would act out and would scream and fight, and I was a nightmare. I was an absolute nightmare. And then, I went to Tulum for our 40th birthdays, my crew, my sisterhood. This story is not really conventional either, but hey,
we're keeping it real, okay? We're not perfect. We're not preaching to be perfect.
No, but you can buy Adderall in a friggin' pharmacy.
Oh yeah.
And so we were like, let's try this. Being all like, we're gonna try with it. And we all tried it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if she's going to even put this in. And everybody was flying off the walls. And I was like, oh, wonderful. Mine's broken. Again, because all drugs, hard drugs that were stimulants, made me feel just like normal and tired.
Right.
And I didn't know why.
Right.
So I was like, okay, mine was broken again. And they're always like, it's like, it was like an ongoing joke. Like, you can't really, like, even tequila, which is a stimulant, like, I would be exhausted. So I took another one. And then I was like, what? Okay. And I just started like unpacking. I unpacked me. I unpacked the girls. I made the dinner reservations. I was like laser focused. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So I looked it up and I was like, if the biggest eureka moment of my, like the light bulb, guys, I have ADHD. How amazing is this? And I was so excited. Came home, went to my doctor, and I was like, guess what I did? And she was like, Michelle, no, you don't buy drugs from a pharmacy. I'm like, it wasn't drugs. It was Adderall. She's like, that is drugs. And she yelled at me. But then we did this like crazy testing, and it like I am literally off the spectrum ADHD. Mm-hmm. And it was really cool to finally realize, oh my God, I am actually normal.
Yeah, 100%.
A brain that is hyperactive.
Yeah.
And so then I started doing the work with the cannabis, and I brought cannabis back into my life.
Yep.
Because I took a break. It turned on me for a minute because I was mixing it with other things that you shouldn't mix it with.
Right.
And started meditating, sound baths, cold plunges, the sauna circuit, working on my trauma of my dad, diagnosed for 10 years, from 16 to 26, 27. Knowing my dad had cancer and he was going to die,
that's a lot. Yeah.
My trauma with my mom, like everything just was clear, and I was able to dig deep and come out without blaming her. I blame my mom for everything.
Right.
Blamed her for, and I love her so much, and she did the best that she could with the card she was dealt. I was a nightmare. I was an absolute lunatic.
I feel like that's kind of the part of realization when you're using cannabis is like, is this benefiting me or not? And we're not saying like the second you smoke cannabis, you're going to be healed. Again, like this is a lifestyle. You choose it as a lifestyle, not as a substance abuse. This is a lifestyle now. And I always tell people I love my green lifestyle. Like looking back to when I was 21 compared now. Oh God. It's the same feeling where it's just like, I'm getting hot just thinking about it. Like I was not okay. Was I smoking weed? Yeah. But I was also doing a lot of other things that were not helping. No. So me deciding to, drop all those things and continue on with weed was a decision that I'm going to live a green, healthy lifestyle, not just, now I'm going to be a stoner. Now that I stopped drinking, I'm going to be a stoner now.
Like stoners, like, Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man.
Stereotype.
Like, that's a fun comedy, right? Like, that's a comedy. But in real life, can I smoke a joint in the morning and get my job done? No, I cannot do that.
And that's the great thing about cannabis when you're using it in your healing stage. Let me add that. Like, you need to use it intentionally. It really makes you realize, like, wait, I can do anything, in the sense of, like, I'm overthinking. Oh, yeah. Like, I need to ground myself. I can do this. I'm overstimulated. It reminds you of what's important. At least it did that for me.
Oh,
I feel like that's why I've been healthier now than ever. Like, it's really ground me to realize, like, what's important in life and what's not. And even in terms of munchies, like, people want to say, oh, weed makes you lazy and unhealthy. Like, maturing is realizing it's not the weed, it's you.
Like,
I mean, you, babe.
Not to take away from sometimes, depending on the gummy, I will eat the handles off my cupboard. Sometimes, not all the time.
And that's normal in life to indulge, of course. Yeah. But like, if you're using that as an excuse every day, that's why you don't eat healthy. That's why you don't meal prep. That's you. Yes. Because I be in the kitchen whipping up some healthy snacks when I have those munchies, let me tell you.
I have to get better at that. I'm not going to lie. I have to get real better. Really, really. I have to get much better than that. Did you see that? I was like, okay, I lost my words there for a second. I went back to last night to like the handful of dill pickle flavored peanuts that I was just like, because I was just away in Florida, so there was no cannabis smoking at all, or gummies or anything. So when we got home last night, we were like, okay, kids are at their dad's.
And hey, food is not your enemy. I say this to people all the time. Food is not your enemy. It's it's literally keeping you alive. So don't be ashamed of getting the munchies and like now you want to eat everything. Just be cautious of what you're choosing to eat.
Oh yeah,
that's
healthy.
really it. And again, you're making that decision that you want to live a green lifestyle. It's beyond just getting high. Like you're choosing to heal, you're choosing to be healthy and partaking in cannabis at the same time.
Cannabis is your friend.
100%, 100%. And I actually want to get into how you got into cannabis. I want to touch on that.
Sure, yeah. I mean, like I said before, it's always been my best friend. Like my best friend. Cannabis was consistent for me.
Were you always working in cannabis, or has this been like a recent?
So one of my mentors, somebody saw something in me when I was 22 at Buffalo Jeans. I worked for Buffalo Jeans for the Bitton family for 18 and a half years.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
I sold men's jeans to different retail stores. I learned so much about sales. I learned that sales is turnkey.
Yes.
And my mentor, same boss for 18 and a half years, Brent. I always show you out, Brent. Brent saw something in me, in that wild Tasmanian devil that I was to the world too. I winked in my interview, and he was like, afterwards, he was like, "Oh my God, I don't know."
Not the wink.
I was like, I'm so confident and I'm exuding my energy, and he didn't want to hire me. But luckily it was a group interview and there were other people who were like, I think she's the one for sales. So I was in the fashion industry. I learned so much from Brent and everyone I worked with at Buffalo. COVID hit. They let go of my golden handcuffs. Like there was no stores open. There was no commission. I owned my own home in Toronto with my 2 kids. Like I needed to make the change anyways. I was like, okay, I'm here. So it was either going to be pet supply sales. I got an offer to work for PetSmart or join the cannabis space. And I was like, now's the time. I'm going to take a risk, because back then it felt like a big risk. And I worked for Canmar and I launched Royalty and Zest. Remember those brands? They're concentrates
Royalty,
only.
yep.
And everyone's like, you're never going to launch a concentrate brand. And I was like, watch me. And it blew up. And the sales were so good that it got acquired by a big company, a public company. And they were like, we're not going to give you commission. We want you to stay, but we're taking away the commission structure. And I was like, so I'm going to be making what I made in my 20s?
Yeah, literally.
And I was like, and he was a great guy. And I said I'm not going to say his name or anything, but I was like, what would you tell your daughter to do with that offer? And he's like, I'd tell her to walk. And I was like, okay. So I became a consultant, and I just, I built such a beautiful black book. Is that Rolodex? I don't know. What do people say? Like I built a beautiful network of clients who trusted me for the 4 years I was selling, or 3.5 years I was selling them Royalty. And then somebody was trying to acquire Dom Jackson, and I really liked the product and I liked the brand. And, the previous owner let me start Fume, which is my concentrate brand. Another plug. Ooh. Fume. I have a shatter, a sugar wax, and a vape, and a new sugar wax launching in like 2 weeks.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. So here I am. So it's just me. I'm doing everything. So if it takes a minute for me to get back in emails, like I'm trying so hard to get to the revenue where I see a profit and I can actually hire other people to help brand ambassadors, sales.
Of course.
But it's just me and my brother-in-law who helps me with planning and Excel work, that thank goodness I have him because it's a lot.
It is a lot. And you know what? Kudos to you for taking that leap and being like, you know what? I'm going to pivot my career and just go for what I love. Because I feel like people think like your life is over after like 25 or 30, and it's like you can literally start a whole new life in your 40s. And I think people forget that. Like, sure, I can be in the cannabis industry for the next 10 years, but maybe in 20 years I'll pivot and be in another industry. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
that's life. Live it.
And when I joined, I didn't even know what a terpene was. There was a 21-year-old on the team who literally sat with me for 4 hours, taught me about cannabinoids, taught me about terpenes. I was like this. Oh yeah, that's the bag of weed I'd like to buy.
For those of you that don't know terpenes, it's like maybe let them know it, because you're like, I'm like, it's weed.
I would smell the profile, the terpene profile that would benefit me and my high.
Exactly.
So
So
I
if
didn't
you're
know.
smelling like a lemony smell, it's usually a sativa.
Yep.
If it's a very gassy smell, it's usually an indica. Like those are the terpenes that we're talking about. Like that goes for
Sorry.
any plant. I feel like people forget cannabis is a plant.
Mm-hmm.
God made this plant, okay? And it's like every other plant. There's terpenes. There's different kinds of strains. Like it's literally a plant.
Have you ever noticed going, like I take my dog to Sherwood Park. Do you ever, it's like a big, huge off-leash dog like trail in the woods. And every time I go there, I smell the natural terpenes.
Yes.
Now that I know what they are,
Yes.
that the woods give to me. And it's the same idea. It's the effect that it gives your healing in your body and your
Yes.
rejuvenation of your cells,
Yes.
which are happening every moment.
Yeah.
So just go into nature. Let them sink in. I love being in nature for that reason. Oh my God. I want to
Yes.
go to nature.
And again, people really underestimate how much you can heal through the little things. Just as simple as a breath of fresh air in a piney woods can just calm you down. And honestly, this is a great thing about working in the cannabis industry that a lot of people overlook is like you're learning about a plant, which allows you to learn about plants in general.
Yeah.
Which again goes back to that green lifestyle. Like you just learn so much about plants, about natural healing that it just changes your whole perspective.
I killed plants my whole life. Any partner I've ever had knew we're not bringing you flowers because even like, what are they called? The ones that you just need to put an ice cube in. Oh,
Orchids?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dead. I never understood plants before, but it's true what you just said.
Yeah.
Now I have snake plants in my house.
Yes.
Kids are sick. We
Yes.
bring all the plants into
Oh,
their
yeah.
bedrooms to like clear the air.
Yes.
Plants are so
Yeah,
important.
plants are a living thing, and we were taught this in elementary school, and we kind of just forget about it as we grow older.
We were probably
they are
stoned.
living things. Sometimes, like I notice if I'm like in a good mood or my home has a good environment, my plants thrive.
Yeah.
If you're in an environment that's toxic, suddenly they're all dead.
Oh my
You're like, what the hell? Like they're listening to your arguments. They're listening to your energy. You can literally watch them move. If you record your plant all day, you will see it move. Like
I'm gonna do
they're
that.
living things. Yeah, they're
Wow.
really living things. If you put on some music for plants, you will literally like see them dancing. You can't notice it too much in the moment, but if you record, like I said, and you put it like on a fast timer, you'll see they're like dancing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that
There's
tonight.
even plant healing in terms of sound. Plants do vibrate at a certain frequency. So if you just listen to plant music, it's literally a thing. YouTube it. Again, calms you down, heals you. Plants
you
are
like-
so overlooked.
Do you like sound baths?
I do.
You're totally
Bowls
coming.
and beats. All the bowls.
Oh yeah,
Sound bowls,
duh.
food bowls,
I love
weed
that.
bowls. Bring them to me.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, my best friend Jessica Gorlicki, Jesco Studios. She is an insane artist. Like she revamped my logo. Oh, that's not
nice,
one of the new
nice.
ones. But she also houses I
Yeah.
don't know, sound baths in her studio. You're coming. You're gonna love it.
I was gonna say, yeah, you need to connect me with her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
cool.
she would be great. I'm introducing you guys.
That's amazing. And you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I love that. Again, people are starting to talk about it now. Like we're living through it so we can speak through our experiences.
Oh, yeah.
About how much sound healing and again, plant healing in general helps so much. It's really underrated and overlooked, especially in a society. We live in the city, Toronto. It's like go, 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 constantly overstimulated. Pop an Advil or Gravel, forget about nature. Like, we really overlook it, and then we wonder why everyone's so anxious, so depressed. A lot of people think, like, you know, living a green lifestyle, yes, it's hard at first, but once you get used to it, your body literally craves it. Like, if I eat junk food the next day, I wake up feeling sick. My body's no longer like, no, girl. If I take a shot, RIP me for 3 days, like you were saying. My body's just like, no, girl. It's rejecting it, and a lot of people forget how important it is to listen to your body.
Oh yeah.
Your body literally tells you what you need, what you don't need, what works, what doesn't work, and people just ignore it.
Yeah.
And to end off this episode, I just want to say, girl, let me give you your flowers. It is so refreshing to meet another woman in this industry that has the same passion, because a lot of people are in it just for the business, just for the money. They don't have that passion, and like, it's always the best feeling meeting someone else who just gets you. And you know, you get like the whole healing cannabis vibe, and it just feels good to know again that you're not alone, because for a long time I felt alone. I'm like, you guys, like, I'm telling you, this cannabis is helping me, and everyone's telling me the opposite, when I know for a fact it's not doing any wrong in my life. So it feels so good to meet someone else that's like, I can also advocate for that.
I would like to close off by saying,
And in conclusion to our essay,
conclusion, thank you for reaching out to me and for receiving me and seeing in me that this vibe would work because, like I said before, I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
100%.
People like to make prejudgments of me, and
Of course.
thank you for receiving me and for making me feel so comfortable. And this was amazing.
Thanks, girl.
And I'll have you on my podcast one day,
Of
which
course.
I'm probably not going to do, but my Instagram live.
Honestly, like this year in general is just about growth. It's about thriving. It's about connecting with people you're aligned with. But most importantly, it's about living your life. I feel like we're constantly thinking like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing the right thing, or I'm on the right path. The point of life is to be lived.
Yeah.
Like moments like these, like people are like, aren't you like stressed about the podcast if it's you're not getting enough views, you're not getting enough money? I'm like, it's bigger than that. It's about connecting with people, living life, meeting people, like just enjoying everyday life and trying to find the joy in everyday life.
And just be authentic to who you
Yes.
are. And
Yes.
find who you are
Yes.
if you don't know who your authentic self is.
Period. And live life for yourself. Because we are in a generation where we're living for others on social media, constantly trying to look like, life is better than it is. Live for yourself, because what you might want might not be what somebody else wants. So like to compare yourself to someone else's life is a little bit pointless.
Yeah.
What do you want? What are your goals? What makes you happy? That's a different version for everybody.
Amen.
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 Y'all, we got to evolve with the new generation, evolve with life.
Yeah.
And like I said, live life for yourself, because life is meant to be lived, not to be just watching from the side, watch it go by. Live your life with passion, purpose, and peace. And trust me, this year will be the best year of your life.
Don't be afraid to follow your dreams.
Yes.
Okay. I was terrified to become an entrepreneur. Terrified. It's still every day is something scary happens.
That's
but
life. Life is terrifying.
Don't be afraid.
And
Go
that's the
for it.
thing. A lot of people have a specific like mindset, specific schedule, specific plan for your life. Life is unpredictable. That's why you really just got to enjoy it every day, because you never know. It might change on you. Your plan might completely be redirected. And what are you going to do? You got to find the joy in everyday life. Love yourself. And like we said, this year is all about passion, purpose, and peace.
Oh,
Big three.
3 P's, baby.
Yeah, the only P's we're focusing on.
Big pimpin'. No, that's not even 3 P's. Just thought I'd sing with the
Yes.
microphone. That's what I said. I'm like, this is like karaoke.
I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and thank you again, Michelle, for coming on. This was great. We yapped our asses off, and I hope y'all enjoy it.
I can't wait
as
to
much
do it
as we
again.
did.
I want to do it again. I'm not finished.
Oh, we're gonna do a part 2. Okay, we're gonna do part 2.
So part 1.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, have a great year, you guys. I hope everybody's having a great start to their new year. And again, it's all about our P's this year: passion, purpose, and peace. Word on the streets, it's BowlzNBeatz.
Word on the street is I make it look easy, easy,
Yes.
easy. Word on the streets, it's BowlzNBeatz. I like it.
I know, it's catchy. Bye, y'all.